the Celestial Institute of Galactic Studies and the Curious Students. The Celestial Institute of Galactic Studies, a renowned academy perched on the vibrant world of Zion, was a beacon of knowledge and discovery for scholars and students across the universe. Among its current cohort were 5 particularly inquisitive individuals, each hailing from different corners of the cosmos. Zix, a tall and lanky technomancer from the mechanically advanced world of Gortha, possessed an insatiable thirst for understanding the inner workings of the universe. Lila, an empath with shimmering blue skin from the aquatic planet of Aquari, could sense the intricate energies that permeated the cosmos. Vaughn, a muscular pyrokinetic from the molten landscape of Agnes, excelled in the manipulation of matter and energy. Nora, a serene hydrokinetic from the frozen expanses of Borealis, brought a calming presence and acute observational skills to the group. And Tix, a chameleon-like shapeshifter from the gas giant of Olaris, was ever adaptable and quick-witted. In their galactic history class, the students eagerly examined the planetary catalogue, a massive holographic projection that detailed thousands of worlds. They had seen everything from the sprawling cityscapes of Megapolis Prime to the serene gardens of Flora Nova, but one entry caught their attention for its lack of detail: Earth. The entry for Earth was marked with a glaring warning: off-limits, and most of the information was redacted. The few visible details were cryptic, referencing an intergalactic treaty 412 bits, and noting the planet's status as a prohibited zone. This piqued the students' curiosity, for they had heard stories of forbidden worlds, but Earth seemed uniquely isolated. After class, they approached their teacher, the enigmatic Professor Quarks, a tall figure with silver hair and deep-set eyes. "Professor, why is Earth off-limits?" Vaughn asked, unable to contain his curiosity. Quarks looked at them, his expression unreadable. "Some places are forbidden for good reasons," he replied, his voice measured. "The history of Earth is one of them. It's not just off-limits, it's quarantined. Let that be enough to satisfy your curiosity." But his words only deepened the students' intrigue. That night, under the guise of stargazing, they gathered in the Institute's observatory, determined to uncover the truth about Earth. Breaching the forbidden zone. The observatory, a massive dome with a clear view of the galaxy, housed some of the most advanced equipment in the universe, including the Stellar Net, a powerful network capable of accessing information from across the cosmos. Vaughn, with his technological expertise, took the lead, interfacing with the Stellar Net and bypassing security protocols. Leela, sensitive to emotional waves, kept a vigilant lookout, ensuring they remained undetected. Nora and Tix provided support, using their unique abilities to manipulate the environment and cloak their presence. After several tense minutes, they accessed a restricted section titled Project Cronus, Earth. The archive contained scattered data, much of it corrupted or redacted, but the students pieced together fragments of Earth's history. They learned that Earth was a planet teeming with diverse life, home to a species called humans who had achieved remarkable technological advancements. The data revealed a series of events leading to the development of a groundbreaking technology known as quantum flux, a form of energy capable of manipulating time and space. The students read in awe as they uncovered records of humanity's initial successes with quantum flux, followed by increasingly ominous reports. The final entry was chilling. The event, a catastrophic anomaly triggered by quantum flux experimentation, resulted in temporal instability. Reversible emergency protocol enacted. All life placed in stasis. Planet declared off-limits indefinitely. The room fell silent as the gravity of their discovery settled in. Earth's isolation was not just a precaution, it was a containment measure. The implications were terrifying. Quantum flux had caused a temporal disturbance so severe that the entire planet was quarantined, its population placed in stasis to prevent further damage. Zix broke the silence, his voice shaky. "We have to know more. What if there's a way to fix it? What if there's still something there?" Leela hesitated. "But we're not allowed to go there. It's forbidden for a reason. Tix, who had been silent until now, spoke up. Forbidden or not, we can't ignore this. We need to understand what happened and why. The decision was not an easy one, but their collective thirst for knowledge won out. They agreed to embark on an unauthorized mission to Earth, fully aware of the risks they faced. The Starlight Voyager's journey. The students' plan was simple. They would use an old research vessel, the Starlight Voyager, located in the Academy's decommissioned shipyard. Though outdated, the vessel was still functional and equipped with advanced cloaking technology, making it the perfect vessel for their covert mission. As they left the observatory, Vaughn stopped and turned to the others. If we're doing this, we need to be prepared. No mistakes, no turning back. They nodded in agreement, the weight of their choice heavy on their shoulders. They knew the risks, expulsion, punishment, or worse. But the allure of the unknown, the chance to uncover a forbidden mystery, was too strong to resist. Little did they know that their journey would not only reveal Earth's dark past, but also test their courage, friendship, and understanding of the universe. The next day, the students gathered in the abandoned section of the Academy, where the Starlight Voyager stood before them, an older model starship with a sleek, aerodynamic design and a dull metallic sheen. Vaughn quickly got to work, checking the ship's systems and ensuring everything was operational. Engines are good, life support is stable, and cloaking systems are online, he reported, a hint of excitement in his voice. The others busied themselves with preparations. Lila gathered supplies, including food, medical kits, and scanning equipment. Nora double-checked the navigation systems, plotting a course that would avoid heavily monitored areas of space. Zix reviewed the data they had on Earth's quantum flux technology, hoping to understand more once they arrived. Tix, ever adaptable, familiarized themselves with the ship's controls, ready to assist wherever needed. As they boarded the Starlight Voyager, the gravity of their decision settled in. They were about to defy a galactic prohibition, risking severe consequences. Yet the mystery of Earth and the enigma of the quantum flux event drove them forward. With a final check and a deep breath, Zix initiated the launch sequence. The ship hummed to life, its engines purring softly as it lifted off the ground. They engaged the cloaking device, rendering the vessel invisible to the Academy's surveillance systems, and set off on their journey to Earth's solar system. The voyage was uneventful but tense, as the students kept a low profile, avoiding major space lanes and keeping communication to a minimum. They spent their time reviewing Earth's history, practicing their roles, and preparing for any possible scenarios, particularly concerned about the strange energy field reported around Earth, known as the temporal veil. A forbidden trespass. Upon entering the solar system, the students marveled at the sight of distant planets and the bright glow of the sun, a view unlike any they had seen, filled with a unique beauty and an unsettling silence. As they approached Earth, the ship's sensors detected the temporal veil. Leela, with her sensitivity to energies, felt an odd tingling sensation. The energy here, it's different. It's like the whole area is charged with something unnatural, she observed, her voice hushed. Vaughn brought the ship closer to the veil, analyzing the data. It seems to be a combination of temporal and spatial distortions, he explained, but it looks like we can bypass it if we match the frequency pattern. The students worked together to calibrate the ship's systems. Tix monitored the energy fluctuations, while Nora and Zix adjusted the ship's frequency emitters. After several tense moments, they found the right configuration, and the Starlight Voyager vibrated slightly as it passed through the temporal veil. The view outside shifted briefly, as if the universe itself were flickering. On the other side of the veil, Earth loomed large, a beautiful blue and green orb. But as they descended, the once thriving cities were now overgrown with vegetation, buildings crumbling under the weight of time. The air was still and the silence was deafening. They landed in what appeared to be a massive metropolis, now a haunting ruin of its former self. Exiting the ship, the students were struck by the eerie atmosphere. The city was a ghost town, filled with remnants of a once vibrant civilization. Vehicles lay abandoned, and electronic billboards flickered with broken messages. The streets were covered in moss and vines, as nature slowly reclaimed the urban landscape. As they explored, the students encountered strange phenomena. Time seemed to flow differently in certain areas, with plants growing and withering within minutes, and shadows moving in odd patterns. Lila sensed echoes of past emotions, fleeting impressions of fear, sorrow, and confusion. "It's like this place is stuck in a loop, replaying fragments of the past," she murmured, her voice echoing in the empty streets. They made their way to an underground facility, hidden beneath the ruins and marked with a faded symbol. Inside, the air was cold and sterile, a stark contrast to the decaying world above. The facility was filled with advanced technology, some of it still operational. In a large chamber, they found rows of capsules, each containing a human, seemingly in stasis. The discovery was shocking. Earth's population had not vanished, but rather had been preserved in a state of suspended animation. As the students examined the capsules, the ship's AI, Echo, alerted them to an incoming transmission. The signal was faint and distorted, but intelligible. A voice came through, crackling with interference. "Unauthorized presence detected. This is Dr. Orion of the Intergalactic Council. You must leave immediately. Earth's quarantine is in place for a reason. Do not interfere." The warning sent chills down their spines. Dr. Orion's message was clear and urgent, leaving no room for interpretation. They were trespassing on forbidden ground, and their actions could have unforeseen consequences. Facing the consequences, as the students made their way back to the ship, a tremor shook the ground. The quantum flux anomaly was reactivating, drawn to the presence of the Starlight Voyager and its advanced technology. The air shimmered with strange energies, and reality itself seemed to ripple. With no time to waste, they boarded the ship, activating the cloaking device and emergency thrusters. They lifted off just as the ground below began to warp and twist, escaping the anomaly's growing influence. As the temporal veil closed behind them, sealing the planet once more in its enigmatic isolation, the students sat in the ship's cabin, silent and contemplative. They had uncovered the truth behind Earth's isolation, but the answers raised even more questions. What exactly was the quantum flux, and could the anomaly be reversed? What role did Dr. Orion and the Intergalactic Council play in this mystery? Returning to the Celestial Institute, the students knew they would face severe consequences for their unauthorized journey. They had defied the rules and uncovered forbidden knowledge, but they had also witnessed a tragedy frozen in time. The implications of their discovery weighed heavily on them, a burden they would carry as they faced the Academy's authorities. For now, they remained silent about their journey, knowing that the truth they had uncovered was both dangerous and delicate. They had glimpsed a forbidden secret of the universe, one that tested their courage, intellect, and understanding. The mystery of Earth and the quantum flux remained unsolved, a puzzle that would haunt them long after they returned to their studies. But one thing was certain: their lives would never be the same. A sobering lesson and a renewed resolve. Upon their return to the Celestial Institute of Galactic Studies, the 5 students were immediately detained and separated for questioning. The Academy's security had been alerted to their unauthorized departure and subsequent re-entry, triggering an emergency protocol. The once familiar halls of the Academy now felt cold and unwelcoming as they were escorted to isolated chambers. The gravity of their actions began to settle in, overshadowed by the looming consequences of their forbidden journey. Professor Quarks, along with a panel of high-ranking officials from the Academy and representatives from the Intergalactic Council, convened an emergency meeting. The students, seated in a semicircle before the imposing panel, felt the weight of the situation. Dr. Orion, a tall figure with a stern expression and piercing eyes, stood at the center, his presence commanding attention. "You have committed a grave violation of intergalactic law by breaching the quarantine of Earth." The consequences of your actions could have been catastrophic. He addressed them, his voice sharp. Zix, as the group's de facto leader, spoke up, his voice steady. We understand the gravity of what we've done, but we needed to know. We found humans in stasis, and we encountered the quantum flux anomaly. We deserve to know why Earth was sealed off and what really happened. Dr. Orion's gaze softened slightly, and he gestured, causing a holographic display to appear, showing a timeline of events related to Earth. Centuries ago, Earth was a thriving world with a population known as humans who had achieved remarkable technological and cultural advancements. They discovered quantum flux, a form of energy that could manipulate the fabric of reality. The display shifted to scenes of chaos. As Dr. Orion continued, however, like many powerful technologies, it became a double-edged sword. The event was an unintended consequence of humanity's experimentation with quantum flux. They attempted to harness it on a massive scale, aiming to transcend the boundaries of space and time, but they miscalculated. The energy became unstable, creating temporal distortions that threatened to unravel reality itself. The students watched, transfixed, as the holographic display showed images of Earth being consumed by temporal anomalies, with entire regions trapped in time loops or accelerated aging. The Intergalactic Council, observing from a distance, realized the danger posed not only to Earth, but to the surrounding space-time continuum. To prevent the anomaly from spreading and causing irreparable damage, the Council enacted Emergency Protocol 412 bits. Earth's inhabitants were placed in stasis, and the planet was sealed off with the temporal veil. The room fell silent as the students absorbed the revelation, grappling with the enormity of the situation they had uncovered, a tragic chapter in the history of the galaxy, one that had been kept hidden for the greater good. Leela, her voice trembling, asked, "Is there any way to reverse the effects, to save the people in stasis?" Dr. Orion looked at her, his expression somber. "That is a question we have been grappling with for centuries. The quantum flux anomaly is unlike anything we've encountered, a fundamental disruption of reality. We lack the means to safely reverse it without risking further damage. The Council continues to research and monitor the situation, but progress is slow. For now, Earth's quarantine remains the only viable solution." Professor Quarks, who had been silent throughout the explanation, finally spoke. "You have learned a valuable lesson, one that many civilizations before you have struggled with. The pursuit of knowledge carries great responsibility. Earth's tragedy is a cautionary tale of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the limits of our understanding." The panel deliberated on the students' punishment, and while expulsion and possible imprisonment were on the table, Dr. Orion, recognizing their genuine curiosity and the insights they had gained, proposed a more lenient approach. The students would face a period of probation, during which they would be barred from any off-world activities. Additionally, they would be required to participate in a special research program under strict supervision to study the quantum flux and related phenomena. The students accepted their punishment, grateful for the opportunity to continue their studies. They knew they had made a mistake, but they also felt a sense of duty to contribute to the understanding of quantum flux and perhaps one day find a way to help Earth. As they left the meeting room, the weight of their journey still heavy on their shoulders, they reflected on the lessons they had learned. The mystery of Earth was not just a tale of technological hubris, but a reminder of the delicate balance between discovery and caution. The experience had changed them, deepening their understanding of the universe and their place within it. Back in their dormitories, they sat together, silent but united. They had faced the unknown and returned with knowledge, but also with a sobering awareness of the consequences of their actions. Their journey to Earth had been a revelation, one that would stay with them forever. And as they looked up at the stars through their dormitory window, they knew their quest for knowledge was far from over. They would continue to seek answers, but with a newfound respect for the mysteries that lay beyond their understanding, unraveling the quantum enigma. In the aftermath of their unauthorized journey to Earth, the 5 students found themselves drawn deeper into the mystery of the quantum flux. As part of their probationary punishment, they were assigned to a specialized research program under the close supervision of the Intergalactic Council. Sequestered in the advanced laboratories of the Celestial Institute, the students dedicated themselves to studying the complex and elusive nature of the quantum flux. Alongside a team of renowned scientists and researchers, they delved into the intricate theories and experimental data, determined to uncover the secrets that had led to Earth's tragic fate. Zix, the technical genius, worked tirelessly to develop new models and simulations, probing the fundamental mechanisms that governed the quantum flux. Lola's empathic abilities allowed her to sense the subtle energies that surrounded the phenomenon, offering insights that challenged the existing theories. Vaughn, with his mastery of matter and energy, conducted a series of daring experiments, pushing the boundaries of their understanding. Nora's hydrokinetic skills proved invaluable in manipulating the delicate energy flows, while Tick's adaptability allowed them to seamlessly integrate into the diverse research team. As the months passed, the students found themselves making steady progress, their once forbidden knowledge now an asset in the collective pursuit of a solution. The Intergalactic Council, initially skeptical of their involvement, grew increasingly impressed by the students' contributions and their unwavering determination. Yet, despite their advancements, the true nature of the quantum flux remained elusive. The temporal distortions, the unpredictable energy fluctuations, and the unseen forces that had ravaged Earth continued to defy their understanding. The students found themselves grappling with the realization that the answers they sought might not be easily attainable. In the depths of their research, a new revelation emerged: the discovery of a faint, anomalous energy signature emanating from the temporal veil surrounding Earth. Intrigued, the students convinced the council to grant them permission to undertake a carefully monitored expedition back to the quarantined planet. Returning to the Forbidden Zone, with the Intergalactic Council's reluctant approval, the students prepared to embark on a second journey to Earth, this time under the close supervision of a team of seasoned researchers and security personnel. The stakes were higher, the risks more apparent, but their determination to uncover the truth remained steadfast. As the Starlight Voyager once again passed through the shimmering temporal veil, the students experienced a sense of both trepidation and anticipation. The eerie silence that had greeted them on their previous visits still lingered, but their trained eyes now observed the subtle shifts in the environment, the fluctuations in the temporal energies. Guided by the faint energy signature they had detected, the students and their team navigated the crumbling ruins of the once vibrant cities. They encountered the same unsettling phenomena: plants growing and withering in the blink of an eye, shadows moving against the laws of physics. But this time, they were better equipped to analyze and document these anomalies. Descending into the hidden underground facility, the students led the way, their knowledge of the layout and the preserved human stasis chambers proving invaluable. As they approached the central chamber, a sudden tremor shook the ground, and the air crackled with energy. The quantum flux anomaly had reawakened, its influence growing stronger. Leela, her senses heightened, warned the team of the impending danger. "The energy here is becoming unstable. We need to leave now." Vaughn and Zix quickly coordinated the evacuation, their combined efforts summoning the Starlight Voyager and guiding the team to safety as the ground began to distort and warp around them. Narrowly escaping the anomaly's grasp, they watched as the temporal veil sealed once more, locking Earth in its enigmatic isolation. Back on the Celestial Institute, the students presented their findings to the Intergalactic Council, their voices laced with a mixture of triumph and trepidation. The energy signature they had detected was a tantalizing lead, a potential clue to unlocking the secrets of the quantum flux and perhaps finding a way to ultimately save Earth. The quantum catalyst. Bolstered by their successful return to the quarantined planet, the students, now seasoned researchers, delved deeper into the analysis of the energy signature they had discovered. Working alongside the Intergalactic Council's top scientists, they began to unravel the complex tapestry of the quantum flux, uncovering previously unseen patterns and anomalies. Zix, with his unparalleled technological prowess, developed sophisticated monitoring systems that allow them to track the fluctuations in the temporal veil with unprecedented precision. Lila's empathic abilities proved invaluable in detecting the subtle, almost imperceptible shifts in the underlying energies, guiding the team's investigations. Vaughn, through a series of carefully orchestrated experiments, identified a unique resonance frequency that seemed to interact with the quantum flux, offering a potential avenue for manipulating the energy flows. Nora's hydrokinetic expertise enabled her to create specialized devices that could harness and channel these frequencies, while Tick's adaptability ensured the seamless integration of the various components. As the team made steady progress, a new realization dawned on them. The energy signature they had detected was not merely a byproduct of the quantum flux anomaly, but rather a potential catalyst, a key that could unlock the secrets of the temporal distortions. With renewed determination, the students spearheaded a bold proposal to the Intergalactic Council, a return to Earth, armed with the knowledge and technology they had amassed, in a daring attempt to stabilize the quantum flux and perhaps even reverse its devastating effects. The Council, initially hesitant, recognized the gravity of the situation and the potential implications of the students' findings. After extensive deliberations and careful planning, they granted the students' request, authorizing a carefully orchestrated mission to the quarantined planet. As the Starlight Voyager once again prepared for launch, the students, now seasoned researchers, stood at the forefront of a pivotal moment in the history of the galaxy. The fate of Earth and its frozen inhabitants rested on the success of their mission, a task that would test the limits of their knowledge, their courage, and their understanding of the universe. Tempest in Time. The Starlight Voyager, outfitted with the latest advancements in quantum flux research, glided through the shimmering temporal veil, its occupants steeled for the challenges that lay ahead. 6. Leela, Vaughn, Nara, and Tix, now seasoned researchers, led the team of Intergalactic Council experts, each prepared to play a crucial role in the delicate operation. As they descended onto the surface of Earth, the students were struck by the familiar yet altered landscape. The once thriving cities still lay in ruin, but the air crackled with a heightened energy, a subtle hum that resonated within their very beings. Guided by the data they had painstakingly gathered, the team made their way to the hidden underground facility, the site of their previous expedition. Leela, her senses heightened, detected the fluctuations in the temporal energies, her brow furrowed in concentration. The signature is strongest here. We need to hurry. The quantum flux is becoming increasingly unstable. Zix and Vaughn sprang into action, interfacing with the facility's systems and aligning their specialized equipment with the detected energy patterns. Nara and Tix, acting in perfect synchronization, began to manipulate the flow of temporal energies, channeling them through the carefully calibrated devices. As the team worked in a frenzied yet precise manner, the ground trembled, and the air crackled with the intensity of the quantum flux. Distortions rippled through the surrounding environment, as if the very fabric of reality was being stretched to its limits. Leela, her empathic senses overwhelmed by the torrent of temporal energies, directed the team's efforts, guiding them to adjust the resonance frequencies, to fine-tune the delicate balance required to stabilize the anomaly. Zix's fingers danced across the control panels, his mind racing to process the avalanche of data, while Vaughn's pyrokinetic abilities provided the necessary power to fuel the intricate systems. Nara and Tix, in perfect harmony, continued to channel the quantum flux, shaping and directing its flow with their unique abilities. Moments that felt like an eternity passed, the tension palpable as the team fought against the unrelenting forces of the temporal distortion. And then, finally, a shift, a subtle yet profound change in the energy patterns, a sign that their efforts were bearing fruit. The quantum flux began to stabilize, the distortions slowing, the very air growing still. The students and the Intergalactic Council experts held their breath, watching in anticipation as the effects of their intervention unfolded before their eyes. A new dawn for Earth, As the quantum flux anomaly stabilized, a sense of cautious optimism filled the air. The team of researchers, led by the once curious students, had succeeded in their daring mission. They had found a way to harness the temporal energies and, in doing so, had unlocked the key to reversing the devastating effects that had trapped Earth in a state of temporal stasis. Zix, his eyes alight with a mixture of triumph and wonder, quickly set to work, interfacing with the facility's systems to begin the process of reviving the cryogenically preserved human population. Lila, her empathic abilities finely tuned, monitored the delicate energies, ensuring the safe restoration of the stasis chambers. Van and Nara worked in tandem, manipulating the quantum flux to slowly unwind the temporal distortions that had ravaged the planet, carefully restoring the flow of time to its natural state. Tix, ever the adaptable one, provided crucial support, seamlessly integrating with the various systems and anticipating the team's needs. As the process unfolded, the students and the Intergalactic Council experts watched with bated breath, their hearts racing with the weight of the moment. Slowly but surely, the capsules began to open, and the human inhabitants stirred, their eyes blinking in the unfamiliar light. The students, once mere curious onlookers, now stood as pivotal figures in the salvation of Earth and its people. The Intergalactic Council, initially skeptical of their involvement, now regarded them with a newfound respect and admiration, recognizing the invaluable contributions they had made to the understanding and mastery of the quantum flux. As the revived humans emerged from their stasis, they were greeted by a sight that filled them with both wonder and trepidation. The once decaying cities now showed signs of renewed life, the effects of the temporal distortions slowly fading. The students and the Intergalactic Council representatives stepped forward, ready to guide the disoriented humans through the transition, to share the knowledge that had been hard-won. In that moment, the students knew that their journey had come full circle. From the curiosity that had led them to the forbidden zone of Earth, to the arduous research and the daring mission, they had grown into respected and accomplished scientists, their understanding of the universe forever transformed. As they looked out over the slowly reviving world, they felt a sense of pride and purpose, knowing that their actions had not only saved Earth, but had also paved the way for a new era of discovery and cooperation between humanity and the galactic community. The mystery of the quantum flux had been unraveled, and a new chapter in the history of the cosmos had begun. A new frontier, with Earth's inhabitants revived and the quantum flux anomaly stabilized, a new era of cooperation and discovery began to unfold. The students, now seasoned researchers, found themselves at the forefront of a momentous shift in the relationship between humanity and the galactic community. As the revived humans acclimated to their newfound circumstances, the students and the Intergalactic Council representatives worked tirelessly to bridge the gap, sharing their knowledge and guiding the disoriented population through the transition. The once forbidden planet was now open to the cosmos, its people eager to engage with a diverse array of alien cultures and technologies. Zix, with his unparalleled technical expertise, spearheaded the efforts to integrate Earth's infrastructure with the advanced systems of the intergalactic network. Layla, with her empathic abilities, facilitated the cultural exchange, helping to foster understanding and cooperation between the human and alien populations. Van, using his mastery of matter and energy, collaborated with human scientists to harness the quantum flux for practical applications, unleashing a new era of technological innovation. Nora, with her hydrokinetic skills, worked to restore the natural balance of Earth's ecosystems, healing the scars left by the temporal distortions. Tix, ever the adaptable one, seamlessly navigated the evolving social and diplomatic landscape, serving as a bridge between the human and alien communities, sharing knowledge and forging lasting connections. As the students immersed themselves in this new frontier, they found themselves facing a unique set of challenges. The integration of Earth into the galactic community was not without its complications, as the diverse cultures and belief systems collided, and the implications of the quantum flux technology had to be carefully navigated. But the students, now seasoned leaders in their own right, rose to the occasion. They drew upon the lessons they had learned, the resilience they had forged, and the deep understanding they had gained of the cosmos and its mysteries. Together, they worked tirelessly to ensure a smooth transition, to foster cooperation, and to unlock the full potential of this newfound alliance. In the halls of the Celestial Institute, the once curious students were now respected scholars, their exploits and achievements celebrated throughout the galaxy. They had proven that the pursuit of knowledge, when tempered with responsibility and wisdom, could lead to transformative breakthroughs that would redefine the course of history. As they looked out at the vibrant world of Earth, now a beacon of hope and a symbol of the power of collaboration, the students knew that their journey was far from over. The mysteries of the universe continued to beckon, and they were more than ready to answer the call, guided by the lessons they had learned and the experiences that had forged their unbreakable bond. A legacy etched in time. Years had passed since the students' daring mission to Earth, and the impact of their actions continued to resonate throughout the galaxy. The once forbidden planet had become a thriving hub of cultural exchange and scientific innovation, its people embracing their newfound role in the galactic community. Zix, Leela Nara, and Tix had each risen to positions of prominence, their expertise and leadership sought after by the most prestigious institutions and organizations across the cosmos. They had become ambassadors not just for their own worlds, but for the entire galactic tapestry, championing the values of cooperation, discovery, and the responsible stewardship of knowledge. In the hallowed halls of the Celestial Institute, their names were spoken with reverence, their exploits the stuff of legends. They had inspired a new generation of students, each one eager to follow in their footsteps and uncover the mysteries that still lay beyond the veil of the known. But the students' legacy extended far beyond the confines of the academy. On Earth, the revived human population had flourished, their technological and cultural advancements accelerating at a dizzying pace. The quantum flux, once a source of great peril, had become a cornerstone of their society, powering innovations that reached the furthest corners of the galaxy. The students had not only saved Earth, but had also ushered in a new era of cooperation and understanding between humanity and the alien civilizations that had long observed them from afar. The once forbidden world had become a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of curiosity, resilience, and the boundless potential of the human spirit. As the students gathered, their once youthful faces now etched with the wisdom of their experiences, they reflected on the journey that had brought them to this point. The risks they had taken, the challenges they had overcome, and the profound impact they had made, all of it had shaped them into the leaders they had become. In the twilight of their careers, they knew that their story would endure, passed down through the generations, inspiring those who would one day follow in their footsteps. For the mystery of Earth and the triumph over the quantum flux had become a defining moment in the history of the galaxy, a tale of courage, discovery, and the unshakable belief that the pursuit of knowledge, when guided by wisdom and responsibility, could truly change the course of the cosmos. And as they gazed out at the stars, their eyes shining with a lifetime of experiences, the students knew that their legacy would continue to shape the future, a testament to the power of the human spirit and the boundless wonders that lay waiting just beyond the horizon.